All right, hello everyone. This is Julian from the Binary Lab and the Forex Lab. So it's been a long time since I last did a Google Hangout on air. It's been like years. So I remember a long time ago, this is back in the days where I couldn't be bothered to edit my videos, and I did all my videos here on Google Hangouts on air. So I was wondering for a moment, I was just about to use my phone to record something, but again, it was stuck in my front-facing camera mode, and it was a pain. So I was wondering, oh dear, because I had in mind just to kind of like take a video of what's going on my screen, and unfortunately, this is a Huawei. So if you heard the news, you know what's happening with Huawei and Google. They said that they do have their own OS coming up. I don't really know. But anyway, we're not here to talk about Huawei. We're not here to talk about my front-facing cam. Neither are we here to talk about Google Hangouts. But actually, I'm here to give you like live reporting on the Forex EA and Pamm accounts called FireYourBoss V2. So FireYourBoss V2 is a system I created, and I've got information on it on my webpage, theforexlab.net. And I'll be basically putting that information out there very soon. In the meantime, I just want to have a look at what this video looks like. I want to see how many people are actually watching this. Just a moment. I'm going to mute this bit so that it doesn't get too loud. I'm going to mute that. All right, here we go. Okay, I'm still trying to figure out like which one's better. Whether I should be using this or whether I should be using like YouTube Live. So all of those are like quite new to me. Oh dear, I'm trying to find the tab now in case we are. Okay, without further ado, I want to jump in and show you, what's happening with FireYourBoss V2. So let's have a look over here. Let me use Google Screen Share, and I'm going to show you my entire screen. So let's head over to here. Okay, looking good. Okay, we had a little bit of a surprise with the what do you call that? Floating loss today, and that was because it was a huge spike in the Euro Aussie. But I mean, I've looked at it. It's ironic. Okay, I was just giving a webinar teaching my students how to do like divergence trading in binary, and then we were, and suddenly I was telling my students, do you know that there's actually like news going on with the pound at 10 in my local time? I live in Bangkok, so we'll get to this bit later. But I want to show you that there was Theresa May's speech. This was quite some time ago. So if I refresh this, it was taken place some time ago. Okay, and this made me want to look in quickly at the pound pairs, and I saw, what's happening. I see that it is making some big moves, and I was like, hey, we could trade that. So I was like wondering, well, this is happening. Maybe we got something going on with the EURGBP as well. So I decided that, hey, let's get in and look in on that, because I know that there have been trades that have been sitting out there for quite some time, and the plunge is just what we need. So I quickly jumped into there, made some quick work, and as a result, was able to get in, was able to get out at a good price, so to speak, and exited a bunch of trades with profit. Okay, once it was previously, I mean, the EURGBP previously alone was in a floating loss about like 400-500-ish. When did we get that big? So, end of the day, all right, had a very nice result with everything in general. As you can see, today was really good. This is the FXPrimus plan. It made a total of $138 today alone, just today. So this is just today's result. Like today's result, let's show you today's result. Okay, and hopping over to the FXTM, today's result was also solid. Today's result was a very nice 113.54. A very nice result. Okay, was also able to close a basket of trades in the USD JPY buy trades that have been sitting there for quite some time. With the nice stable rise, we're able to exit that as well. So effectively, that brings us to here. We're going to go 2 pages forward into the system. So let's refresh the page and have a look. So now we're looking at a gain of 12.16%, and the graph is just loading. Okay, this deviation is a floating loss, but what we can see here is that the equity is already above the starting balance, and that's most important. Okay, so this also means to say it's the end of commission-free period for those of you following this at FXTM. Officially, we're in the green. Officially, our profits have become more than the typical floating loss range, and things are going to get good from this point and exciting. You're going to start paying commission, but that's also because your accounts will keep growing from now on. Because in FXTM, unfortunately, you cannot see what is the open trades, but you can see the account equity. And I actually had a blog post about that. I highly recommend that you go in and read it. You can find it on the ForexLab.net. Let's just go to ForexLab.net, right? And if you go to the blog, it is the latest blog post. So, no, not the latest blog post, second latest blog post, but there are many good blog posts that you want to read. I'm wondering why it's taking a while to load. Okay, here we go. So you want to check out this post here, FXTM Invest Review, the good and bad about FXTM Invest. There you go. So I talked about what's good, what's bad about it. Check it out. And at the same time, I also have a post on how to test a Forex EA. Okay, so some very good info posts. Go to the site, check them out. I'll be putting all these links in the video description once I end this live video, and you can check them out. So in the meantime, let's get back to the FX book and have a look. Today we are 1.15% up. It's a really good day. This week is 1.48% up. And this month we are officially in the double-digit range, and I believe it's going to stay that way, 12% for May. So we always have been targeting on 15-25% per month, but it's been very dramatic, and that as a result, sometimes we just had to forego profit in some situations, or I had to intervene in certain situations. But moving forward, it's going to be less and less because I've also started to reproportion the strategies used, and also reproportion lot sizes based on the currency pairs that are more profitable and less profitable. Okay, so scale out what's working, scale out what's not working. Check out the profit factor. It's been going up and up and up. Last month, because last month had to give away profit. Return profit to the markets was down to around 120. Now it's back at 142. And we look at the average win, the average loss. It is catching up. The average loss is shrinking, and the average win is increasing. And if you look at in terms of pips, okay, this still has some catching up to do. And generally, if you look at in terms of balance, profit, we're doing good. We're doing good. I mean, this is what happened in April. April was ups and downs. I mean, the valiant thing was that when it went down, it came up pretty good, and now it is truly doing very, very well, and it will only get better from now. So once again, you can find out a lot of information on this on the ForexLab.net. If you cannot wait for me to update information, just go on the ForexLab.net. Click on the page that says Forex Managed Accounts, and it's going to give you a lot of information, about what this is, how it works. You can track it here. There's a link to my FX book page, what you just saw over here. The videos on how it works, and of course, you're watching this video right now. Also shows you how to join using FXPrimus and FXTM Invest. But again, if you're wondering which one to join, highly recommend that you just go ahead and read this review over here. I've compared two of the brokers. I've included information on FXPrimus over here. Talked about what FXTM is good for, what it's bad for. Go check it out in this blog post. Bye for now. Good trading. So it's back to me again. And I think it's nice and refreshing to finally be able to use Google Hangouts, maybe once before it closes down. It's gone for good. But anyways, if you have any questions about the Forex system, I've also been including several videos in my YouTube profile and also on my Facebook page on ways that you can contact me. So I'm opening contact channels for you to contact me on my personal Facebook account, which I'm also going to be updating into the video description once this is done and over. But basically, just want to tell you first is facebook.com/professional. Be aware of scammers. There are plenty of impersonators on Facebook, but you're not likely to get any impersonators. If you look out for the profile of mine, just verify how many followers there are, verify the age of the profile. My profile's been there for a good part of 10 years, and I've got over 12,000 followers on my personal Facebook. So send me a message on Facebook. Even if you're not connected, what I'm going to do is I'm going to routinely check in my other message requests, look out for your message, and send you a voice reply. That's also how you can know that it's me, not someone else, because you know how I speak, how I sound, you know the tics in my speech and my different speaking habits from watching me all this time on Facebook and YouTube. So you can tell me apart from the phone. Okay? So basically, I've mentioned in my previous videos as well, depending on where you're at in your trading adventure, your trading career, sometimes, I won't even ask you to join my group. Sometimes you may want to join my group. Well, of course, I welcome you, but for some of you, if you don't need it, I'll say you don't need it. I'll just tell you the advice that you need to know and need to hear. And let's say if that puts you on the right track, great. But if it is too much to ask, if I needed to show you something, I'm probably going to tell you, this is something that would need a little bit more explanation on screen. So what you should do right now is to join the Binary Lab, for instance. You should join the Forex Lab, and among the different programs, you can ask me which program you think is best for you to join, and I will recommend you something that's suitable for either your budget, your level, your situation, or perhaps the things you need to know. And I'll say that you join this one, and when you come to the next webinar, I can tell you more about what you want to know over there. Don't miss it out. So basically that's what I wanted to share, and I'm excited. I'm excited in finally, building a really, really profitable Forex automated trading system like that.